Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to connect, start, run and reverse the direction of rotation of a universal motor and carry out maintenance servicing of the universal motor. At the end of this video, you will be able to
connect a universal motor to the supply through a DOL starter and start the motor. Reverse the direction of rotation. Read and interpret the nameplate details. Inspect and ascertain the conditions. Dismantle, test and rectify the faults. Let us collect the tools, equipment and machinery required to do this practical. Insulated cutting pliers, screwdriver, double-ended spanner set, megger, test lamp, ohmmeter or multimeter, tachometer, universal motor, DOL starter, ICDP switch, multi-strand PVC copper cable, bare copper wire, electrician toolkit, cold chisel, wooden mallet, bearing puller, external and internal growler. Arrange and adjust a suitable load for the given universal motor. A universal motor has high starting torque. Without load, the motor reaches a dangerously high speed resulting in damage. Normally, do not arrange loading through the flat belts which may slip during running. Arrange direct drives or V-belt drives as load. Select the proper rating of ICDP switch, cables, fuse and starter according to the rating of the given universal motor. Open the starter cover, trace out the connection and set the overload relay to the motor current rating. Connect the motor per circuit diagram with proper frame earth connections. Check for the correct load arrangement before starting the motor. Switch on the ICDP and push the on button of the starter. Observe the DOR and record it below. Measure the speed with the tachometer and record it below. The speed of a universal motor depends upon the load. While setting the range of the tachometer, first set at a high range and then step down the range to a suitable measurable value. Stop the motor by the stop button of the starter. Switch off the ICDP and remove the fuse. Change the direction of rotation. Generally, the DOR of the universal motor is designed in one direction by the manufacturer. Changing the direction of rotation in such cases will result in high sparking, increased heating and failure of the machine. In case reversing the direction of rotation of the motor is necessary, change either field or armature terminals. While changing the armature terminals of compensated universal motor, change the compensating winding terminals also. To reverse the motor's direction, you will need to reverse the connections of either the field winding or the armature winding. Reversing the field winding connections is usually easier and safer. Swap the connections of any two field winding terminals. Now, switch on the motor and observe the direction of rotation and speed in RPM. Note the nameplate details of the motor and enter in complaint card shown in tabulation. Inspect the motor visually and record the defects in tabulation. Read the complaint card and ascertain the area of trouble. Conduct continuity, open circuit and insulation resistance tests and enter the values in tabulation. Mark the exact position of the end plates with yoke. Dismantle the machine. Clean the internal parts of the motor. Check the following. Test the shorting between commutator segments. Clean the commutator with carbon tetrachloride. Check the mica insulation. If found raised beyond the commutator surface, undercut the mica. Check the commutator surface for pittings. If necessary, use sandpaper to remove the pittings. Check for overheated spot at razor and resolder the wires if necessary. Check the length of brushes. If found short, replace them with the same grade of correct size brushes. Check the brushes for proper bedding. If necessary, bed the brushes. Insert the new brush and shape the end to the curve of the commutator using glass paper wrapped around the commutator and light pressure on the brush. Check the bearing for play or damage. Replace the damaged or defective bearing with the new one having same specification. If the old bearing is good, then clean the bearing and repack the bearing with grease approved by the manufacturer. Check the brush tensions and, if necessary, adjust it. Perform the earlier tests and enter the results in tabulation. The present test results should be better than earlier ones. If not, try to investigate the problem area and rectify. Check the earth connections of the motor, starter and switch and correct them if necessary. Start the motor with partial load and check its performance. Check for undue rise in motor temperature, noise and vibrations. Verify the defect following the troubleshooting chart if necessary.
This concludes the exercise on how to connect, start, run and reverse the direction of rotation of a universal motor and carry out maintenance and servicing of the universal motor. Hope now you will be able to
connect a universal motor to the supply through a DOL starter and start the motor, reverse the direction of rotation, read and interpret the nameplate details, inspect and ascertain the conditions, dismantle, test and rectify the faults.
Thank you. See you in next exercise.